Hi there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is something that I've had for way too long without actually doing, and that is April's Zanini Box. I think this is the first time ever that I'm doing a Zanini Box a month late, and it is 100% my fault. So, Mr. Zanini, I'm so sorry. He does send these to me for free. I'm eternally grateful. I've just been super busy with, my new job and moving. It's just been a lot. So let's go ahead and see what's in here, because I love Zanini Box. If this is your first Zanini Box you're watching of mine, I buckle up, I guess. It's all pins and cards and magnets. So if those aren't your things, like, I get it. You don't really have to watch this. But what I like about this is that it has a lot of really fun properties. And I like to, talk about my experiences or kind of history with that product. So it's just kind of fun. So if you want to get to know me a little better, that's what's going to happen here. So let's start off with my favorite, the cards. You always get a sheet like this in cards, and the top one is always comics, the middle one is movies and TV shows, and the bottom one is video games. So let's go ahead and start off with the comics. With Action Comics, looks like number 5. Boom, right here. And on the back, we have some information. This is Action Comics number 5, DC Comics, published October 5th, 1938. Writer Paul Gustafson and Jerry Siegel. Cover art is by Lee O'Mealia. I don't really know anything about that, but that's what it says all back here. These cards are nice. These are thick cardboard cards. This is not like a thin kind of thing. Next, we have Secret Wars number 2. This is by Marvel Comics, published June 10th, 1984. Writer Jim Shooter. Cover art by Michael Zeck. And then the last comic one we have is Uncanny X-Men number 2 by Marvel Comics, published November 1st, 1963. Writer Stan Lee. Cover art by Jack Kirby. Moving on to the first of the movie and TV show cards, we have Braveheart. This was in my 20s, like one of the movies that I wanted to define me as a person, as a man or whatever, you know how that is. But this is Braveheart, director Mel Gibson, starring Mel Gibson, distributed by Paramount Pictures, released May 24th, 1995. It ran for 178 minutes, and this still has some lines in it that I quote all the time. Next, we're moving into the 7th season of Game of Thrones. They've had one of these each month. It's taken us a while to get through all of the seasons of Game of Thrones, but this was Game of Thrones season 7. It was 7 episodes long, which was really weird. It should have been 10. They really should have took their time and fleshed it out, but we all know how that happened. This was the first season where people were like, definitively, this isn't getting very good. It's not going where people thought it was. They took some really weird places, but it was released in 2017. It was on HBO. It apparently won 9 Emmys. I don't know if it was this season that won it or they're talking about the whole show. Either way, this was the beginning of the very steep decline that was Game of Thrones. And then I think this is a sequel from last month. We have Kill Bill Volume 2. Kill Bill, probably one of my least favorite of the Quentin Tarantino movies. Not my favorite. I think I like the second one better than the first one, but it's still, again, just not my favorite. It was directed by Quentin Tarantino, as I said, distributed by Miramax Films. It was released April 16th, 2004, with a runtime of 136 minutes. Next, we're moving on to video games. This is Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, developed by Insomniac Games, published by Sony, released November 12th, 2020. This is a PS5 launch title. It was PS kind of exclusive. They did release it on the PS4 as well, but it was like, hey, we're redoing Spider-Man for the PS5. And it was basically the same kind of Spider-Man game, but with a little bit better graphics and featuring Miles Morales. And I think there was a version you could buy that had the original Spider-Man game with updated graphics in that as well. I own a PS5. I haven't picked this up yet. I definitely should, though. Next, we have Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That's really hard to say. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Developed by Moon Studios, published by Xbox Game Studios, released on March 11th, 2020. It was on the Switch, Xbox, and then also on Windows. Not on PlayStation, it looks like, or on, I guess it could be on Steam, but maybe not. I haven't played it. I can't really say anything about it. I've heard of it. I've heard it's really good. I just haven't played it. And then lastly, we have a classic game here for the Atari 2600, released in 1981. This was Freeway. I've never played it. I have no idea. Okay, so that was the cards. Next, we're moving on to the pins. Now, if pins aren't your thing, for a little bit more on their site, you can get them as magnets, or you can get all of them. Everything's got a price. The cards themselves are $6. I think the pins themselves are $15. The magnets are like 18 or 20 or something like that. And if you want to get everything or just combinations, just go on a site. You can do that. And if you use my name, you get 10% off your first purchase. I don't get anything for it. It just helps you out, I guess. But what I do want to do is show you the pins, because I do like the pins. And again, everything here is also available as a magnet, which he did send me. I'm just not going to show them to you because they're the same. It's just a magnet instead of a pin. First, we have Stranger Things. Now, I think we've had this before. I might be wrong, but I think that we've had this. I believe this is based on season 3, at least the artwork is, but the pin itself is just the logo, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure we've had before, but I might be wrong about that. Either way, I do like Stranger Things, and I will watch the 4th season when it comes out. Next, we have the next issue of our G.I. Joe series, or their G.I. Joe series. It's not mine. I just get these for free. But this is Breaker. Now, I will say, and if you're kind of a casual G.I. Joe fan, you're like, who's Breaker? Because he's not like one of the main guys. He's not like Bazooka or Snake Eyes or Duke or Flint. He's Breaker. He's like the communications guy. He's definitely in there. I think he was one of the first G.I. Joes in the first wave. He definitely was in the cartoon an awful lot. He's kind of a plain Jane looking kind of guy. Definitely doesn't stand out with his just kind of tactical backpack there. Next, we have another Stranger Things thing here. This is 11. Now, I'm positive we've had this before. I would put money on the fact that we've gotten this before. So I feel like they're definitely repeating themselves. But I might be wrong about that. I've been getting these for a while and everything kind of blends together, but I'm pretty sure that we've gotten this one before. And then we have the next in the series of Looney Tunes. We have Porky Pig. Never one of my favorites. The stuttering thing kind of always got to me. I felt like it kind of made fun of people with stutters a little bit. It's fine. He's Porky Pig. C-tier Looney Tunes to me. B-tier maybe. And then lastly, we have Evil Lyn from Masters of the Universe. I love Masters of the Universe. And Evil Lyn has always been one of my favorites. I love the fact that it's a play on the name Evelyn. It's both the most clever and least clever thing I can think of at the same time. I love the pose she's got, sort of reaching out, doing her little magic thing. The magic hand. I dig this. This is rad. So those are the pins, and again, if you don't want pins, you can pay a little bit more and get them as magnets as well, and you can put them on your fridge, so when you get, A+ report cards, you can just put it right on. But let's go through these and put them in the order of least to most favorite. Starting off with least favorite. My least favorite of all of these is going to be Porky Pig. Definitely Porky Pig. Not a huge fan of him. He's not bad. It's like I don't like him, but if I had to list, Looney Tunes characters, he would not be in the top 10. Next, in 4th place, I'm going to put 11 because she's fine. She's good. She's badass. But like I said, I feel like we've got this before. And even if it was, based on what I've got in front of me, she's just in 4th place. Because in 3rd place is the Stranger Things logo. I prefer that over a character pin, just because one of the best parts of Stranger Things, weirdly enough, is the opening song and the logo. I dig what they did there with the 80s, the synth, all the laser drawn lines. It's rad. Next, in 2nd place, we have Breaker, G.I. Joe. You gotta go. You got to get tough. Yo Joe. That's the 90s G.I. Joe, and that's terrible. And I'm sorry I did that to you. I'm sorry I did that to me. And then in 1st place, of course, is Evil Lyn, Masters of the Universe. One of my 3 favorite things growing up as a kid. That was the trifecta of my 80s life. So that was my top 5. Let me know what yours, how did you rank them? Do you like them? Do you get these? Do you not get these? Like I said, if you want to buy one, you can use my name. Just go on their website. There'll be a link down below and you can get 10% off your first order. There's a bunch of different combinations of how you can buy these. Just the cards, just the pins, combinations of the both or all of it. But that's it for my Zanini unboxing. Let me know. I love to be able to respond to all the comments. Also, I'm going to thank these people here for supporting me at an unboxing level or higher. Thank you so much, people. It means a lot to me that you did that. I also do have a YouTube membership. If that's more your speed, it's a little bit cheaper, but I don't really do as much with it. But I do go live on my channel monthly, and that's always a lot of fun, and it's cool seeing all the membership stuff that you can do with that. But if none of that's your thing, you can like, share, and subscribe. That goes a long way to helping the channel out, and it does a lot for the YouTube algorithm. But with that, that's all I've got. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for getting this far, and I'll see you later. Bye.